A very good morning to all the listeners. I hope you all are getting all the points, listening all the lectures, going through NCRT accordingly and preparing your notes. So do it very well. Students, our subject is social sciences, and in the previous lectures we had discussed about economics and we had completed our economic syllabus by now. Today we are beginning with geography. The first chapter of geography, the resource and development, we have already completed in our previous videos. Second and third chapter have been deleted by the CBSE board. So we are beginning with the fourth chapter of geography, that is agriculture. And remember students, the geography which you have read in class 9th, that is a physical geography, but in class 10th, whatever geography syllabus we have, it is economic geography. Do you understand? It is economic geography. Whatever we will study in geography syllabus, that will be directly connected with our economy. So it is an economic geography. Is it clear? So we are going to start a very easy and a very interesting chapter which is concerned with the whole country, that is agriculture, which is an age-old activity in India, particularly in all the countries of the world. Agriculture, a primitive activity, a primary activity, it was going on previously in all the countries. Even in the developed countries, they were in their initial stages, they were agricultural. In India, agriculture is an age-old activity providing livelihood to many people. Previously, more than 72% people fed upon agriculture. Gradually, when the other occupations developed, like in your economics syllabus, you have read about primary, secondary, tertiary. Students, one more thing that you must know, that the whole social science syllabus is interknitted. It is interlinked, knitted together. So whatever we study in democratic politics, in history, in economics, in geography, somewhere or the other, it is knitted together. So link it with the other branches of knowledge also, and that will be a very good description for you. So in this chapter, we are going to focus on agriculture. As India is a land of diversities, you know, everywhere there is diversities. There is overall diversity in India, and there are internal diversities in the states. Diversities of culture, diversities of everything. This diversity in our day-to-day activities, in our culture, has been rightly shown in agricultural field also. Why? Because all types of soils are available in India, all types of seasons, all types of climates. So all types of crops can be grown in this country. And you know, in our history topics we have read that this was the main attraction for the Europeans to come to India. When Babur was asked that why he was so inclined to come to India, he said that I love the watermelons of India. Understand? And the same was with the other European countries. They loved the agricultural products. Even today, more than 60% people of India feed upon, they have agriculture as their livelihood, and they are feeding the people. We are fed upon agriculture. Agriculture, although age-old activity in India, but still it is a largest proportion of the people who are earning their livelihood, it is from agriculture. Not only food and fodder for the animals, not only food that we consume, that is grown by the agriculturist, not only the fodder on which our cattle are depending, they are reared on the basis of their fodder. Not only this, in agriculture today, we have different types of farming. We have cash crops, we have those crops which are needed for our agro-based industries and other industries like cottage industries, etc. So agriculture is doing wonders in the country. Understand? And our agricultural products are standing very excellently in the international market. And because of the diversities of soil, because of the diversities of climate and seasons, our farmers, our agriculturists are able to grow different types of crops. Today, there are agricultural universities. Agriculture is a branch of knowledge. Many youngsters, many of our young children, they take it up and they carry it on further through researches, through different experiments. They carry it on further, and about 2/3 population of the country is still dependent on agriculture for their economic activity. So let us begin this chapter with a great enthusiasm, because agriculture, that is the mainstay. That is the mainstay of people in India and any other developing country. Let us go through this topic. Rightly, first of all, I have given you the importance of agriculture. It is very important not only for the food, but further and for the industries. So 3 marks topic. Then we come to a long topic of this chapter, that is types of agriculture. As I told you that it is an age-old activity. I told you that even today 2/3 population of India, it is having their mainstay as agriculture. So there are different types of agriculture prevailing, different types of agricultural practices, in fact. Agricultural practices that are prevalent in our country. And the first and the foremost is the primitive subsistence farming. Okay, now the term is telling you what type of farming this is. Primitive subsistence farming. Primitive word, you all know, you are studying about it right from your junior classes. Primitive, very old. Primitive. Subsistence for our own consumption. Small patches, subsistence, and for our own consumption. Farming means agricultural practice. Do you get it? Yes. Even today, in many pockets of India, primitive subsistence farming is going on. Actually, this type of farming is practiced by the poor farmers. Mostly the farmers are poor in our country. That is not good to know, but it is a fact. So they have small patches of land, either their own or they have been given by someone. They use primitive tools. Primitive means again old tools. Primitive itself means old, very old. So they use primitive tools. They do not use new technology, because I told you they are poor. They still depend on hoe, dough, digging sticks to S-T-I-C-K-S, sticks, to carry on their agriculture. Old tools. They do farming practices, they do the farming activities not by hiring labor from outside, because they will have to be paid if they hire labor. So the farming activity is done either by the family members itself or by the communities themselves. They come together, they sow the seeds and or plow the land or whatever agricultural activity is going on, and then they go to the other field and then they help each other up among themselves. They do agriculture. So this is primitive subsistence farming, and you know that in this type of farming, farmers generally depend on the natural factors. Natural factors means rain. If they sow crops and rain is monsoon crop, is that they need rain, because they cannot afford irrigation facilities. So in this type of farming, they depend totally on monsoon, they totally depend on rain, and they grow crops for their own consumption, not for selling outside, because the output is very small. Correct? Because small patches of lands are there. So this type of farming is going on still there in India, and if the farmers are provided with more and more facilities, then they can do a lot farming, and then they could grow the surplus. Tomorrow we will carry on this topic further by telling you about the other types of farming prevalent in India. Thank you, students.